Danica Gray, head of Spellbound Security's Cleveland office, was airborne. This would have been fine since she spent a decent amount of time rocketing through the air on magical blasts from one place to another. She was generally okay with it, except she hadn't been the cause of this particular flight. One moment she'd been riding on top of a car, and the next she was momentarily defying gravity. A thought ricocheted through her brain like a pinball in a machine, so she growled it out loud as her mind flashed back to the beginning of what had been a nice evening. Damn you, rockstar Damian Zane! Danica sat in the backyard of her house in Cleveland, reclined on a metal and plastic lawn chair, deeply comfortable. A metal fire pit on 3 legs sat in front of her, with logs merrily burning away and filling the air with a pleasant scent. Jilly, her fey dragon partner, reclined in the padded chair at her side. The tiny dragon had a mug of tea with honey resting beside her and daintily sipped from it. Danica had opted for a cup of decaffeinated coffee, dosed with Irish whiskey. All in all, it was a perfectly picturesque November evening. The sky above was full of stars, and the forest at the back of her property offered a sense of being out in the wilderness. Despite that, she was in one of the town's normal neighborhoods on the boundary between urban and suburban. Danica was in jeans and a sweatshirt, with her feet left bare. Her blonde hair was in a high ponytail to keep it out of the way, and she'd long since washed off the day's makeup. She carried no weapons, since her magic would doubtless prove sufficient against anything that might attempt to bother them on this nearly perfect evening. She grinned at Jilly. "This is nice. I like this." Jilly bobbed her head.
"It is. Much better than working."
Danica laughed. "Very true. Although Arthur will start using that annoyed frown if we don't take on a new client soon." Jilly flapped one of her iridescent butterfly-shaped wings.
"This one?"
She made a face, and Danica confirmed that was what she meant.
"Arthur can just shush."
Danica laughed. "Whoa, let's bring it down a little. You're getting pretty vicious over there." Jilly smiled.
"I am. It's true."
The dragon was a sweetheart, except when she wasn't. Then she was a fast-moving bundle of sharp talons, sharper teeth, and menacing breath weapons. She was an excellent complement to Danica's skill set. She had closed her eyes and taken a deep breath, intending to settle in for possibly a light doze or meditation session, when her phone rang. That it was interrupting her peace was bad enough. Worse, she recognized the ringtone immediately. She grabbed the phone from the table beside her, lifted it to her ear, and calmed her voice. "Hi, Damien.